Hey guys, it's Alex from 7th Hour Films back again with Breaking Bad. Last time on Breaking Bad, we had Salud, where, Walt, had to be taken care of by Junior for a little bit. After getting his car, Junior noticed that his dad wasn't there for his birthday, so he went to his house to find a heavily drugged up, beaten Walt, and took care of him for a little bit, and they had an interesting conversation about Walt not wanting his son to see him as this, weak creature, but the way he was honestly more real than he has been, which Walter didn't like, but meanwhile, let's see. Was there anything with the audit? Yes, there was. There was a little bit with the Ted Beneke situation where Skyler decided to pull the old "you have an uncle that died" and secretly gave Ted Beneke enough money to pay off the IRS. He then promptly spent it on a Mercedes and is not going to pay back the IRS, so Skyler had to go in and knock some heads around. Then the big thing of the episode is Jesse, Gus, and Mike all went down to Mexico to meet with the cartel, and at the end, Gus poisoned all of the cartel, killing everyone, including Don Eladio. But in the process, he seems to be sick. He got most of the poison out of his system, but it's still taking a toll on him. And Mike actually got shot, leaving it down to Jesse to get them the hell out of Mexico. So yeah, that was pretty much it. It was a crazy scene, as always. So I'm curious to see where we are going. We are now into the final 3 episodes of Season 4. Isn't that crazy? So let's just go ahead and get right into this episode of Breaking Bad. Here we go. Hello there. If you're watching this, it's because that I've tried to upload this video about 3 or 4 times now, and each time it's been blocked for some weird reason. But that's okay, because there is still a way to watch the reaction to this episode. What you gotta do is head down in the description or to the pinned comment. Click on the link there. Generally, it'll be to Dailymotion. However, there is another link over to Google Drive if you would prefer to use that, or the Dailymotion link doesn't work, or what have you. But go click on that link. That will take you over to the reaction, and it's pretty much just the normal reaction, just like anything else. It's edited, it's nice and good. There's footage in the corner and stuff. You can watch it just like any other reaction, and when you're done with that, I do highly encourage you to pop back over to this YouTube video so that you can watch the discussion for this episode of whatever show I'm putting this clip in. So yeah, in the meantime, I will sit here and let you go watch that. Also, for your viewing pleasure, is also my sleeping dog. Hope you enjoy that too. So yeah, that is pretty much that. Again, link in the description, and when you're done with that, pop right back over here for the discussion. Let's go ahead and get started. Everything has reached the boiling point. It's over. We can't go back. No matter what happens, we can't go back. We just can't. We can't go back. It's done. We cannot go back to where we were in Season 2, Season 3, and Season 4. It's gone. It's gone. And Everything will change now. I just spat on my notebook. God. It's different. The show, the status quo is gone now. Because this has all come to a boiling point. And here's the thing, too. There's 2 more episodes of this season. And then another 16 episodes after that. It's... Oh my gosh. Ted is dead. There's no way he is not dead. Right? Like, and because there's no way... There's no way that Skyler would be that upset if he was not dead. Ted has to be dead, I feel like. There is a complete rift between Walt and Jesse. Gus is going after Hank. And as soon as he can, as soon as he sways Jesse, Gus will kill Walt. As well as the family. They have both failed. Walt and Skyler have both failed. You know, it's stuff like... It's stuff like how Ted died, ? Because, yes, we should say it is not confirmed, but I am pretty positive he's dead. This is the first time where a character has died where, you know, a character has kind of died, and I have been like, oh yeah, he's dead. Normally I'm like, I don't really buy it. I don't think they're dead. No, I think Ted is dead. And actually, it's the show that's being vague about it. You know, they're being indecisive on it. Whereas I'm sitting here like, no, I think Ted is dead. Ted's gone, man. It's always interesting when someone is killed in a very, like, almost mundane way. Like Ted here. Again, assuming he's dead, how it seems like he fell into the corner of a corner on his wall, and it killed him. I'm gonna watch it again. He runs. He trips. I think he's dead. You know, there's another, without giving, I guess, spoilers, there's someone that dies in Jessica Jones where they die by hitting, like, a corner of a glass table. Like, their head. Like, they get hit and their head hits and it just pierces right into their skull. It's one of those things where I'm like, why do you have furniture like this? You know? Like Ted Beneke. Why? Now, granted, I guess he tripped. It looks like he kind of tripped into his wall, but you really can't tell what hit him, you know? You also can't tell if he's dead or not. Which, again, we don't know if Ted is actually dead or not. But I feel like you would be forgiven for thinking he is dead. So, there's that. But the thing is, earlier in this episode, when Skylar when Skylar first meets up with Ted, hold up. He walks over, trips a bit. He trips a bit on that rug, and he goes and he smooths it back over and he lets Skylar in. There was a part of me that was like, I wonder if that was like an accident. Like the actor accidentally started the trip and then they just left that in. Nope. That was 1000% intentional. Because that is how he died. ? I think he's dead, honestly. It's over. It's over. The last, Gus has eliminated the cartel, and the only people that stand in his way now is Hank Schrader and Walter White. A frail old man and a crippled DEA agent. Two guys. And it is easier than ever to get rid of them. It is easier than ever to get rid of them. Because there's no reason for him to not kill Hank, you know? And there is almost no reason not to kill Walt. Because the only thing that prevents him from outright killing Walt is Jesse. And when Walt brings that up, Gus does say, in time, he will let go. He will let go of you, and I will be able to kill you. He is that confident that he is willing to fire Walt now. Fire Walt now. And then wait it out. Let Jesse be the solo cook. And then, in time, kill Walt. Now that there is this huge rift between Walt and Jesse, it's only a matter of time before Jesse gives in and allows Walt to die. And now there is no escape. Now there is no escape. There's no escape for Hank. There's no escape for Walt and Skyler. Because Skyler gave away $600,000 to Ted fucking Beneke. To her credit, and I'm going to say that this is slight. To her slight credit, yes, Ted needed to get out of trouble with the IRS. But without ever talking to Walt, she gave away $600,000 to Ted Beneke without consulting Walt. At least talk to him about it. He earned the money. And now because of that, they cannot afford to disappear. They can't pay the money. It's over. It has all caught up to Walt. Everything that has happened over 4 seasons has caught up to Walt. And now it is time to face the music. And it is because of that in the face of death, Walter White laughs like the madman that he is. Let's get into the notes. The first thing I wrote down is medical. That was very interesting. Jesse getting Gus and Mike to the doctors, which was pretty cool. And yeah, obviously they were more concerned about Gus because he was the one that was immediately dying. But at the same time, they did eventually get treatment to Mike, which is good. He's going to be out for a little bit, but I imagine he'll probably be up and around soon. Might be time for him to retire, though. If I got shot, I'd retire too, you know? Like, no matter what, like, job you're in or how old you are, if you get shot, you should probably retire, you know? I wrote down explanations. This was a very interesting line, when Hank wants to know why, Walt got beaten up, and he just says, "I am done explaining myself." That was really good, because, yeah, he has had to explain himself to so many people, and now he's done with that. So I like that. Don't kill Walter. That was interesting. Starting off that conversation before the 6-mile walk to Mexico, or Texas. Sorry. I got my X's confused. Mexico, Texas. Okay. That was interesting. That was definitely interesting. Jesse saying, like, hey, even though, yes, there is this giant rift, he does say, look, don't kill Mr. White. Just fire him. Just let him leave. Let him go live his life, and he won't bother anyone. And Gus says, I can't do that, Now, at the end, he does completely fire Walter. He does completely fire Walter. And while Walt does try to call him out on it, it's like, hey, you said that, you can't really threaten me. Like, don't see Jesse Pinkman or what. Because if you could kill me, you would be doing so right now. But Gus is still confident that Jesse will come around and Gus will then be able to kill Walter. So, there is that. And it's also interesting, it does show a shift of loyalty between, for Jesse, because, 6 miles. He had 6 miles to walk alone with Gus Fring. He had a gun. Don't know if it had any bullets left, but he still had it. He could have just killed him and been done. Now, granted, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out that Jesse was the one to kill him. But he could have done it, and he didn't. We didn't even see him think about it. So that does show a shift in loyalty from Walt to Gus. Thought I had more than that. Apparently I'm out. Water to help my throat from all this talking. Crazy episodes today. Voice is getting worn out. That's alright. Blackmail. Skylar, honestly, you can say she's gotten in over her head, but honestly, it's the same as Walt. They are way in over their heads. So interesting thing about... I still don't understand what Ted's plan was. Like, I'll give you back the money, I won't pay the IRS, and I guess he won't go bankrupt. I don't know. I don't understand it. I don't fully understand what his plan was. I don't think he was blackmailing her, you know? I don't think this was it's not enough. So it ended up, what she thought he was saying. I don't think it was that, honestly. Like, I think he was genuine. Like, no, I'm not trying to blackmail you. But I still don't understand what his plan was, so meh. So yeah, there's that. Hector. One last goodbye to Hector. I don't imagine we're ever going to meet up with Hector again, because he's the last of the cartel, basically. The last of the Salamancas. So, yeah, I don't expect he's coming back. But yeah, that was pretty cool. It was also really, cool that, Gus was, basically... Oh, what's the word I'm looking for? I just want to say he's flexing on Hector, which, I mean, he kind of is, but... he's being... Oh, I can't think of the word. I guess, like, touting. He's touting Jesse, basically, as, like, he's the one that killed your son or whoever the guy was, and it's like, oh, but you remember him, right? From when your grandson died, So, I do really like that. I thought that was really awesome. But I think, I don't think Hector will ever show up again, because what's the point? I think he's done. Handcar. Hank was going to get a Roosevelt car, which is pretty interesting. Which, that does, talk about Walt doing his best to, well, maybe not his best, but trying to keep Hank away from the place. So, it was a very obvious... he just pulled right in front of that car to get hit. Which, oh god, that did bring me back. That did take me back. For those of you that don't know or don't remember or anything, I actually did get into a car wreck on Valentine's Day of 2020. Coming home from Sonic the Hedgehog the movie, actually. Isn't that... which is ironic, considering another scene we have in here. But yeah, so after that, it wasn't, like, horrible. The worst injuries... I actually was the one with the worst injuries. Everyone else was fine for the most part, but the worst injuries I had were a cut here on my middle finger, which has scarred over at this point, and it's pretty faded, but you can still kind of see the scar on there. And I actually sprained my wrist, and I had to wear... Do I still have it? Yeah. Why do I still have this? Yeah, I had to wear... Sorry, that's the arm sock. I had to wear this on my arm for about 3 weeks, so... I should throw this away. I don't need it anymore. I haven't needed it for months. But anyway. So, seeing that crash... seeing that crash and seeing Hank like in the neck thing. I didn't have a neck thing, I had the wrist thing, like I said, but that did sort of take me back. In fact, I bet you if I go look, there should be a few episodes of Breaking Bad that I recorded with the arm brace on. Let me go see. Yeah. So, Season 2, Episode 7, 8, and 9 were all recorded with the arm brace on. So yeah. So some of you guys might remember that time, but yeah, I just remember that. Oh my gosh. So that kind of took me back, and yeah, you can easily tell that Hank is mad about Walt doing that, because he says, like, oh, that car came right out of nowhere. It's like, no, it didn't. I saw it a mile away, so, no. Yeah, so now he's, done screwing around. He's going to get a hand car. It operates with hands, not feet. A Roosevelt car, basically. So, when FDR, he couldn't use his legs, so he had to get a special car for that, So, that's pretty interesting. So, Hank is still a problem. He's becoming more and more and more of a problem. I wrote down Huel and Bill Burr. I don't know how to spell Huel. I wrote Huul. That's probably not how it is, but, yeah. I did like that, the two of them going in there and... the two of them going in there to basically just ensure that that Ted would write the check. And he did. And I like to, it's like, okay, yeah, we're just going to hang out for a few days, make sure the check clears and everything. Because, yeah, you can't just mail the check. You have to also, make sure that Ted can't cancel the check or anything. But, yeah, I'm pretty sure Ted is dead. I think that's it, because why... Like, let me go back real quick.
What did that phone call mean?
Where is it? Where's the rest? The money, Skylar. Where is the rest? Skylar, where is the money?
I gave it to Ted.
Yeah, when she comes in, terrified, before he even starts talking, and she says, what is that phone call I just got? I am 100% positive that Ted Beneke is dead. So, yeesh. Oh my god, okay. I wrote down Sonic 06. I'm sorry, why is Jesse playing Sonic 06? It's not even 2006 anymore, isn't it, right? This is, like, I don't know what exact year it is, but I'm pretty sure we are way past 2006. But meanwhile, he is subjecting a child to that. Okay, what year? 2011. It's 5 years. In 5 years, they're still playing Sonic 06. Why would you subject a child to that, Jesse? That may be the most heinous thing in this show. Subjecting that child to playing Sonic 06. I'm sorry. I wrote that down in my notes. Sonic 06. Why are you playing Sonic 06? Not the point. But yeah, there is that rift. There is that rift between Walt and Jesse that Gus is so confident about that he is going to go ahead and fire Walt and kill him later because he knows Jesse will come around. Jeez Louise. So, and then we had, trying to disappear again. I feel so bad for Saul that he has to deal with all this, I feel so bad that Saul has to deal with both Walt and Skylar's garbage, So yeah, that was pretty crazy. That they're going to have to disappear, But that's just not going to work now because they don't have enough money for it. And not only that, but Saul did make the anonymous tip to tell the DEA that the cartel someone was coming, basically. He said the cartel, but someone is coming to kill Hank to finish the job. So yeah, this has all come to a boiling point. This has all come to a boiling point, and we have 2 episodes left. The only way out of this I could see, we've said before, are we leading to the death of Gus? Maybe we're doing that. I don't know. I don't see any other way around this, unless the rest of the show is Walt escaping. That'd be pretty interesting, wouldn't it? I have no idea, but we've come to a boiling point. Now let's see what happens from here. I am very excited to get to the next 2 episodes and to the final season. So yeah. God, this is so crazy, but I love it. I love it so much, and I can't wait to get there. And I will see you guys next week as we move on to the penultimate episode of Season 4. With all that being said, I'm Alex from 7th Hour Films, and I will see you guys there. Take care. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. If you want to watch more of my Breaking Bad reactions, you can click on the playlist, you can subscribe if you haven't done that already, and be sure you hit that notification bell. You can support me on Patreon and follow me on social media, links below in the description. See you guys later.